I dated an 80-year-old man when I was 23 years old.
If the good Lord meant us to worry, he would have given us things to worry about.
He has!
You blew it. You know, and I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying everybody else is gonna.
So first off, R.I.P. to my ex. I miss him sometimes.
Can you bless me with something?
Oh, gosh.
Money-wise. Please.
Can you suck it?
What?
You blew it.
I know they say don't speak ill of those who have passed, but...
What the f*** is this piece of sh**?
You blew it.
First of all, when you're a younger woman and you start dating older men, you have this impression that, like, you're this Lolita, that you're like Lana Del Rey.
You can rot in hell, you skank whore trash.
I'm Lucille.
Ah! You look fabulous. Back to the blonde. Back to the blonde.
You blew it.
And I think I was so scarred from dating younger guys who just used me for my body, used me for money, that, you know, by upgrading to somebody much, much older and a little bit more stable.
This is something else.
Come along.
Don't touch me. I don't know where you've been.
Yes, we must, mustn't we? My God, you're ugly, aren't you?
You blew it.
I was, like, in some way proving to myself that I was capable of change and capable of being smart. Capable of being smart.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
You blew it.
Because let me tell you this, older men are just as likely to cheat.
You can't keep getting away with it.
You blew it.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another short video here today. And this video is going to be similar to a response video for a previous upload I did, where, and if you want to go back and watch it, it might have been a video or two before this one, but it's where I had a few clips and these women were saying that once a woman hits 50, you know, once she's succeeded in her career and the kids are out of the house or whatever the situation is, and they hit 50, then those 50-year-old women need to go and look for the 50-year-old rich men and marry them. And one of the women, I this was the funniest part to me. She compared, you know, she said you need to go find someone like Bezos or Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I forgot who they were talking about. And yeah, so go find the billionaires. Go find the 50-year-old billionaires where you know, the 50-year-olds can get. However, my opinion is that you're not going to get the Bezos. You're not going to get the Elon Musk. You're not going to get the Bill Gates. You're going to get whatever you're able to get. Those older men are, you know, they're dating younger women. They're dating women in their 30s, in their 20s sometimes. And we're going to watch a short video here today that is going to kind of drive that point home. And I have a few screenshots of some comments on the video, and we are also going to go over those as well. So again, grab you a beverage, get you a snack, preferably something high in protein as I have here today with me. And let's go ahead and get into it. Again, my name is Ratboy.
I dated an 80-year-old man when I was 23 years old, and I have so many things to say about this experience, and you're not going to expect what I'm going to tell you.
Yes, we will. We're going to expect all of it because it's the tale as old as time is what it is. And it's kind of, I mean, the stuff she's seen, geez, those eyes could tell a story, let me tell you. A 23-year-old and an 80-year-old. Jeez.
So first off, R.I.P. to my ex. I miss him sometimes. I do not miss the houses. I do not.
She misses the money. What she misses. That's the only thing she misses is the money. there's not a lot you're going to miss. If you're 23 years old, there's not a lot to miss from an 80-year-old except, you know, the money. Except the Bugatti that he lets you drive on Saturday nights.
Not miss the halitosis. I do not miss the dentures, and I do not miss how cranky he was in the morning. I know they say don't speak ill of those who have passed, but he's still my ex, and he was still like
But you knew that. She's saying all these things like they're negatives, but that's kind of what like if you're going to be spending time with an 80-year-old man, you're going to have to deal with all that stuff. Like
3 times older than me, older than my parents, and I think he was actually even older than my grandparents. And I just have so many things to say about him. So first of all, when you're a younger woman and you start dating older men, you have this impression that like you're this Lolita, that you're like Lana Del Rey. But no, you just...
Yes, at least you can admit that. At least, you know, I didn't have to point it out, because if you weren't going to admit it, I was definitely going to point it out that this is some daddy issue stuff. He didn't spend enough time with you, didn't give you the attention you needed, and you need that fatherly, that older man, that fatherly figure to do that. And also, you know, the pocketbook needs to be where it needs to be. Obviously, if he was not completely stacked rich, she wouldn't even bother. You know?
Have daddy issues, which is exactly what I had. And I think I was so scarred from dating younger guys who just used me for my body, used me for money, that, you know...
What? Who? Guys don't use women for their money. Oh, maybe. Okay, there might be the few rare exceptions where a guy is going to use a chick for her money. But what money do you have? And why would you put yourself in that situation? You know, most guys, 23-year-old guys, will use women, you know, for the nighttime activities, you know, the nighttime meetings, fun after a restaurant date, you know, take you out to eat and then bring you back to the house. But that's kind of like, that's dating now, or, you know, hooking up or whatever. So that's expected, but you just, that kind of pushed you into the arms of an 80-year-old dude, you know, for the money. So you can call it a sugar daddy thing. You can call it whatever you want, but we all know what it is. It starts with a P and it ends with a institution.
By upgrading to somebody much, much older and a little bit more stable, I was like in some way proving to myself that I was capable of change and capable of being smart, when actually...
You were capable of change. You changed right into a common street worker, is what you changed into, for an 80-year-old man. Congratulations.
I was just being just as dumb, except like in a totally different way. Because let me tell you this, older men are just as likely to cheat. You think that because they have a lower libido, they're not going to cheat on you, but there's also emotional cheating. And do you know how many ex-girlfriends that guy has? Do you know how many...
So let me tell you a saying that, and then this kind of rings true with a lot of older men, especially if they have money. Lust is the rich man's money. Whenever you have as much money as you can have, the only thing that kind of satisfies that drive is going to be different, younger women, especially for older men. You know, different 20-year-olds, maybe a new one every day of the week. That's just the way. That's the way it is when you're stacked rich. You know.
Girls he's hitting up at the retirement community. You know how many Betties and Pearls he's playing canasta with at the senior citizen center? Was I threatened? No. I was a little intimidated. One of these women like literally saw the Rolling Stones and Beatles live. Could never. And the other thing is, just because they're older does not make them more mature. Especially if they're the type of man who's willing to go out with a woman who is significantly younger, it's already a red flag. And let me tell you, just because they're 80 does not mean that the things downstairs are not working. The lights are still on.
Oh, hey, look, speaking of red flags, how about the next guy you meet? You know, he asks you, so what are some of your past relationships like? Oh, you know, I just dated this 80-year-old man until he, you know, left this earth. No big deal. Like, that's like the reddest flag of them all, really.
They're just, you know, flickering sometimes. So yeah, that was my experience. What do you think? Would you ever date somebody that much older? Personally, I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't know. Nobody would recommend it. It's horrible. It's non-realistic. But, you know, women, They're attracted to money more than they are to anything else. So they will gravitate to where the money is. But here's some screenshots I'm going to throw up on the screen. And I saw some comments off platform on a Facebook post, I believe, where they were basically saying that, you know, men don't go for these younger women when they're older and they're rich. You know, the 50-year-old man wants a 50-year-old woman to spend the rest of his life with. And that's just not the case. That is just not the case. So let's go into some of these comments here. They're going to be flashing up on the screen. And here, this is a guy. He is, look at the picture. You know, he's older. He's 72. His ex-wife is his ex is 40, and he's not getting married. And so that's the thing. You know, he dates them in their 30s, and then he sends them back to the streets when they hit that big 40. He doesn't deal with the 40-year-olds. Way too old, way too wrinkly. He doesn't like it. He's 72. You think he needs to settle for someone who's like 40? Jeez, she's older than dirt. It's just not gonna happen. Not for that dude. Look at this comment right here. So this dude points out that it's a sugar daddy situation, gold digger situation, obviously. And you're just you're basically a street worker at that point. You're selling what you have, which is what you were born with, to a rich man, and he's giving you money and Louis purses, unless you drive the Bugatti. That's just that's how it is. This is look at old Mark here, robbing the cradle. He's 59. The wife is 29. So, you know, he's just dipping in there 30 years younger. This is what it takes. He even has the fedora on. He's rocking it. And you know what? She's fine with it. But what about the women who are 50 getting with these 50-year-olds? Is this happening? I don't think this is happening. I don't think this is happening. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so she did get with an older man. I mean, he's not 50, he's 82, but she's 52. It's pretty much the prime of her life, right? And then we got the creator of that TikTok. They're like, oh, she loves that comment so much. She loves it. Does she though? She this is just a lot of clown behavior. There's definitely a lot of clown behavior happening here. And as you can see, the 50-year-old women are not getting with the 50-year-old men. They either have to go lower, you know, because there are some 20-year-old dudes that'll definitely get with a stable, financially stable 50-year-old woman. Why not? A little sugar mommy situation. There's a lot of guys that like that. Me personally, not into it, but a lot of dudes go for stuff like that. Especially if it means they don't have to work and they can just chill and stay home and do whatever. But I'm sorry, if you're 50 years old and you spent the past 20 years concentrating on your career and being a boss lady, then you're going to have to settle for the 82-year-old dudes that are cranky and old. But that's going to be the end of this short video today, everyone. I hope you have a good one. Like, subscribe if you like the content, and I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.